Hello, hello, my lovely Geminis. Welcome to Vivid Vibration. My name is Christina. I hope that y'all are doing well. Gems, you have the vessel in Thanatos, the shapeshifter in the mountain. And I just kind of feel like, well, I don't know, because I feel like there's a complete release of trying to fix something that can't be fixed. Nope, I'm gonna let that one go. You know what I mean? If I'm going to reach the value of this, then I have to let that go. I don't know what it is that you're letting go of, but I feel like whatever it is that you were trying to fix, like it was just like there you couldn't you can't fix it. Like if it was, I don't know. I just feel like this sense of I don't know, just irritation. I don't know. I just feel like you can't fix that. So I don't know which side of the story you're on, because I don't know if somebody's saying that you can't fix something or if you're saying that somebody else can't fix something. But I almost feel like this sense of well, like fuck if I can't. You know what I mean? Because I don't know. I mean, if I'm trying to like articulate this energy, well, okay, so I'm thinking of like an antique store. And it's like there's an antique that you were going to get or that you were going to sell, and this antique breaks, and this person's like, well, I can't buy it now because it's broken. Like, I don't want that, it's broken. But I feel like you have this other antique that's like actually a lot more valuable than the one that you were presenting in the first place. I don't know, it feels kind of like a low-key like sus deal. You know, like but I don't know how this is all playing out for you, because somehow there's a sense of like a showing up with value that hadn't been present previously. And I think that it's because the value that you showed up with originally, I don't know, I just kind of feel like haggling, like you were going to undersell or oversell. I don't know. Whatever it was that you were doing, it was like, it was not. You know, I don't know, but I feel like there's this recognition. And again, you can be on either side of the story. So, you know, it could be that the person that you're dealing with, whatever it was that they were doing, is like, no, you know, take what resonates and leave the rest. But I feel like ultimately it had to be done away with because there was just too much. I just feel like there was too much breaking along the way. Like it was becoming more of an inconvenience than it was becoming something of value. I don't know, maybe you're working with a group of people and you had to part ways with those people because it was just like, this has become more of an inconvenience to me than it has become something of value to me. This exchange has lost its value. And now, you know, I don't know. I just feel like, so like you're showing up or somebody else is showing up with like a different form of value that's completely different. Well, I know I keep saying different because it just feels different. I just kind of feel a little bit shocked by what this is, because it's like, because I almost feel like saying, wait a second, you said that you didn't have anything available. What do you mean? Now you have this fantastic piece that's available. You know what I mean? Like immediately sus. You know what I mean? Like that's what that feels like. because it seems like this out of nowhere action. Because of this judgment that's passed, that's like, no, like that's just like not healthy. That's not it, and Gems, I know you guys have been going through a lot of transitions personally, and so I feel like there is this sense of almost like you showing up differently and you being like, I know that that's what was happening, whatever that is for you as an individual, because I do feel like there has been this sense of naming it and taming it, right? And I feel like, okay, well, now that you've named it and tamed it, when it shows up, you can very easily be like, well, now I know what it is that I'm working with. And now that I know what it is that I'm working with, I want to, I don't know, I just feel like show up as a different version of myself. I don't know, because I feel like there's almost this, it feels very vulnerable. Like this energy feels like I know that I was trying to wheel and deal, and I recognize that what I was offering was kind of a shitty deal, and I got mad at you for it. And I don't know, I just kind of feel like I respect the fact that you didn't take it. But like now, let's talk numbers. Because you have the Page of Swords, the Five of Wands, the Seven of Swords, the Six of Pentacles. I just feel like it's time to really, I don't know, I just feel like take this a little bit more seriously. Because I just feel like I I feel like it's time for movement. I feel like it's time for you to bring healing to something that, for whatever reason, I don't know, I just feel like this really like aggressive sense of withholding. And I think that you withheld aggressively. And however that plays out, I feel like now you're wanting to step forward as somebody who's like, not only am I not withholding aggressively, now I'm like engaged aggressively. But I feel like actions always speak louder than words, and it's going to like sincerely require you showing up differently. I don't know why I feel irritated. I don't know if maybe the person that you're dealing with feels irritated. And maybe that's why it's like time to address it, because I just feel like your time has run up. You know what I mean? I don't know. I just kind of feel like maybe this irritation is what incites this movement. But it does feel as though there is this sense of showing up in a way that carries with it an energy of wanting to heal previous judgments that I feel like were detrimental to people. Like that hurt, like whatever that aggressive withholding was, it was done with the intention to hurt. And I feel like it did. I think maybe that's that irritation, The world, the Nine of Swords and Shadow Dance. Well, I mean, you have the devil twice. I don't know, whatever this energy was that, is passing, because I do think that it's past, because I feel like, well, I don't know. It's like the court case with Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds. And she tried to accuse, but then like everything got flipped around, and it was like, like actually they were like literally trying to set him up, and now they don't, like, not only do they look bad on so many levels, right? You're just like, wow, talk about ultimate exposure, and it's interesting to see like how they try and deal with it, but I don't know why that, because that's kind of what this feels like, because it kind of feels like this energy of like when you do something that's so insulting to devalue another person, it just kind of feels like, I don't know, like, what more can you say? There's nothing left to say. You know what I mean? It's all been said now. But again, I kind of feel like that energy of like there's no need to be nervous, because there's like literally nothing left to say, like it's all come to an end. There's no more manipulation. There's no more having to like feel like I'm going to be under attack. It's done. Moving on. But I don't know, because I just kind of feel like I don't know, because it's like I just feel like whatever it is with this person, there's something about them that you're like, I need to show up differently for this. I showed up in a way that was really, I just feel like aggressive, right? It felt really, really aggressive, and it's just kind of like it's nobody else's job to fix that. And everything's been said that needs to be said. So, just like, King of Wands, Ten of Cups, Eight of Swords. I don't know. I don't know why I feel so irritated right now. Because I feel like somebody's saying to you, like you weren't really, that wasn't really what was being offered. That's not really what's available. What's really available to you is this. It goes back to that, like that dealer in the antique thing, and like the antique's broken, and it's like, well, thanks anyways. You know what I mean? Like, and this, decision to make these moves that exhibit value. I don't know, were like friends with someone, right? I mean, like you hang out with a group of friends and you talk about stuff that you can do and you're like, that's something that could be done. And then like nothing ever really happened with it. And then a bunch of shit went down and it was just kind of like, yeah, I'd really rather not, like, I'd really rather not. And I feel like there being this sense of like, no, like, you know what, like I actually did really want to work with you. And, like I get that like a work environment is not the same as like a play environment. And I was trying to like, I think, blur that line. And that wasn't going to work. Do you know what I mean? I don't know. Like, I don't know how that'll play out for you as an individual because it just feels like one person or another in this story was on some shit. And I feel like they were trying to get, I don't know what they were trying to get. Just on some shit. you know, just on some shit. And then I feel like the other person being like super tired of it, super exhausted with it, feeling like I can't win for losing with you. And I feel like I have to watch everything that I say because everything that I say is under attack and under the microscope of your, like readiness to fight everything that I say and do. And I just cannot with that type of energy. You know what I mean? Like, and and then I feel like realizing that like, okay, yeah, it's really difficult to work with somebody when they're that way. Let me show up differently because I don't want to miss out on this opportunity. And I don't know why I thought that was a good idea. But it is what it is. But it's not. It wasn't really. You're not really limited. You're not really trapped. You're not. I don't really see you that way. I don't really think of you like that. And it's kind of like, but I don't know. I don't know. That's like sure how you've acted the entire time. So cool. You know what I mean? Like, the river and the threshold. Yeah, I don't know. I do kind of feel like there is the sense of like trying to talk your way into something, or somebody's trying to talk their way into something with you. I don't know. Again, you can be on either side of the story, but it does kind of feel like somebody was kind of like, I don't know, like that was a little bit shady. Like whatever went down, it was sus. It's one of those things that went down where you're just kind of like, right, right, right. you know? And I don't know. I mean, we're all our own worst enemies, right? And we all kind of have to wake up to ourselves. And it's a constant process. And we'll steady be waking up to parts of ourselves, even as we move forward, that we're going to be like, fuck. You know what I mean? So, like, no judgment in that energy. But I don't know. I feel like whoever it is that you're maybe like taking this to feels a little irritated. I feel like if you've been going through a process with this person, that's been kind of just this dragged out process. I don't know. I just feel like they don't have any interest in dragging anything out anymore, you know, and just wanting to be done. And I feel like that's what makes the change. That's that I don't know, last straw, You can't take this any further. It's broken now. Change, you know? I don't know, Geminis. I don't know. I'm sorry that I feel so irritated in this energy. I don't know if you are feeling irritated, if somebody else is feeling irritated, but it is definitely like an energy of agitation. But I love you guys so much. And, I'm sending you love through this because it feels tense, but like almost like that tension snapped and like change was called for. Gems. If this video did resonate with you, please do give me a like, share, and subscribe. Thank you so much for spending some time with me and sharing your energy with me. And I will see y'all again soon. Bye.